Hey there, good morning. So I hope all is well with you and your world. I'm here in Bend, thinking about what it means to be present. I talk with people a lot about being present, and this is a request that a lot of women have for their partners. I'm sure men have for their partners, and as well as non-binary identifying people have for their partners, that we be present. And I hear this very often in my practice, and I'm just talk with people about this, and sometimes they don't know exactly what I mean. In fact, I have this funny story about a client who said to me once, I told him to hold space for his woman, his wife, and he said, Jane, I like you a lot, but sometimes I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So with respect for that conversation, and for all of you who've talked to me about and wondered about what it means to be present with another person and present in yourself as you're interacting, I've thought about this, and it sounds easy. And of course, we like to think that we're being present, but of course, there are lots of things going on in our lives that keep us from being present sometimes, right? Yeah. So how to be present? How do you kind of go from the busy, wondering what's going on in your life, all sorts of crazy stuff happening. We just had a huge water issue in our house. How do you kind of clear some of that away and be present in a current moment with someone else, and particularly with a lover, someone you want to really connect with, someone where you're trying to help that person see you and understand that you're there for them and for them to be there for you. So there are a few ways to do that. And one is to realize that there is only one present moment, right? Don't worry about the future. It's not here yet. Don't worry about the future. The future is to come. You can worry about it later, right? There's plenty of time later to figure out, what to do with your life and time. You don't have to think about that right now. Feel yourself instead of think about everything. Feel into yourself, feel your feelings, and then let your partner see you. Let your partner really observe you. Be open to that person. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be, being a certain way about it, but it's just a matter of letting yourself be seen and then see your partner as well. Move your body so that your partner can see and feel you. So it might mean that you turn your shoulders toward them, that you turn your whole torso toward them. We talked a lot in a recent post that I put out here about how to connect cross gender. So if you're a woman interacting with a man, I was talking about how sometimes we can overwhelm men with our eye contact or with our way of communicating, because sometimes that just feels uncomfortable for them. Interesting that a lot of men showed up and said, I really like a lot of eye contact. So it's up to you to figure out what type of eye contact your partner wants, or this person you're connecting with. Do they want you to really stay with kind of long and long held eye contact with them? Or would they rather that you use something different? So you're going to understand your partner, this person you're connected with, differently. As the more you know them, the more you'll see what they like, the more you'll understand their openness to your energy, because really that's what we're doing all the time, is sharing energy. And we're being with this other person, and hopefully we're doing it in a way so that they can feel comfortable. The key here is that that person starts to relax, and you can sense that by their shoulders come down. You can feel like their whole kind of core relaxes. Maybe you feel the crown of their head going up a little bit more toward the ceiling or toward the sky, depending on where you are, because they're not feeling like they need to kind of hide or clumple down, that word, clumple down, because they're feeling insecure or somehow too guarded. Because when we're really present, what that means is that we are here together. We are ready to receive each other. And if we're lovers, then that is a beautiful start, right? We don't have to be fearful. We don't have to like put up a lot of walls. We're able to feel our feelings then. And so another thing to do when you're being present is to use touch in a way that works, that's really responsive. So please be careful with touch. Some of us are more sensitive to touch and we don't want you to touch us. We don't want what would feel like an invasive touch. So this is for you to figure out, like, how does my partner like to be touched? You can almost never go wrong with the hands. Lots of us really like to hold hands or touch hands or stroke hands. It can be really an easy connection. This is why over all the time before the pandemic, we used to shake hands. It's a way to connect with another person. But if you're talking with, a lover, someone you want to be connected with, a close person for you, touching or holding hands or stroking hands is a really beautiful gesture, or can be. You might want to touch or stroke the forearm, or if you're closer to that person in a different way, you could touch their legs or thighs. So there's kinds of sensitive touch that you can use that shows your person that you're there, you're present, you're not distracted, you're not in another, conversation in your head, you're certainly not on your phone. And by doing this, your partner will feel like their nervous system start to settle, and they'll be able to kind of like just be with you and allow you to see how they're feeling. And your presence will help heal them. And I don't mean in some kind of big woo-woo way. I mean, like, we'll give them that sense of softness and security and just a way to relax and feel safe in the world, because the two of you are there. The two of you are there in a moment. If this is a sexual thing, this is a beautiful way to start. Maybe then you can touch each other and you can kiss, and you can start to stroke each other in ways that are consensual to you, that are sexual, that would allow each other to really feel that presence. Yeah. So many important and easy ways for us to start to be a human being with another human being, so that we both feel safe, connected, and that we're open and potentially to pleasure. I hope you have an amazing day.